Hello everyone, Granite Roots. I'm back in raids. This time I'm on wing 1, but I'm using power DPS Daredevil, staff Daredevil. Let's see how this goes. Well, actually, I know how it goes. You're going to see me hitting 41k DPS on Vale Guardian, which is amazing. I'm very ecstatic. I haven't used this in raids in a while, so I think I did pretty well. And you're going to see too throughout this, you have a lot of people on Thief, and they're all hitting top DPS, which you know I like because I'm a big fan of Thief. So your basic rotation, I start with my heal to go invisible because you get power from revealed. After that you dodge, use your assassin signet to increase your power. Spam skill 2, and then you hit the skill 7, which is the physical deadly palm one. I can't remember the name of it anymore. And then you just keep going through that rotation, use the dancing daggers. And then off cooldown, I use when you keep up with skill 1 on staff is still a lot, and I also use the stealth skill again to, while it's off cooldown, to still do more damage even with my auto attacks, because auto attacks still does quite a bit of damage. So I was pretty stoked to hit 41k on this. And even sustained, I think I was hitting 38 by the end, you know, even at the end, so that was kind of nice. And the even better part, best part is, I'm just starting back into raids, and it's like one of the, out of the like 4 I've done, I think 2 or 3 I ended up with one of my really good friends I hadn't raided with in a while, and they are super good, and it was nice to have them along and to see them again. I'm not going to say any names, but if they see this video, they know who they are, and I appreciate you very much, my friend. I also want to bring Basilisk Venom, because I need to break that bar. So I'm not talking too much about mechanics in this, other than stuff that might go in passing, because this is more about just the rotation and the DPS. So when you dodge, you want to make sure you're dodging within, you see me kind of crossing through them, going back and forth, because you want to land your dodge within their hitbox, because you get good damage when they dodge. That's part of your DPS output, so watch your dodges accordingly. And you do more power when your endurance is not full, so that is why I'm doing all of that. But this was a lot of fun, and we breezed through this whole wing, and this was just a pug group in LFG, so but as you can see, they're all experienced. When you look at the DPS on the right, with people hitting for numbers, you have people changing builds and still just knocking out of the park. My buddy, I think, ran 3 different professions during this one, so that was awesome. And for this one, they did the everybody stack over by the pillar and bring red over and do them all at once. They forgot the first time, second time we just did it all on top. And of course they were in the green to save us having to take some damage. Oh, it's 28k. I thought I said 38k at the end. I meant 28k. But I peaked at 41, and I am very pleased with my performance. But anybody that wants to run a thief in this, you should really try this. It's really good. Staff. I think I got this build from Snow Crows, and it's really, really good. This is the first time, actually second time I've run staff on this. I did much better this time. Power DPS. Usually I run Condi on this one. Did not this time. Also, I try to time my dodges. Again, see, I'm trying to stay in this hitbox. I had stability anyways, didn't know I did, but I also was able to time my dodge to dodge his fist slam. And there we go, get ready in a second. I'm going to pop Invis, I'm going to dodge, use my signet before I land, just like that, so you get the longest period of time. Yeah, skill 5, the physical deadly palm thing. And he phased. So I'm being outdone by the other 2 thieves, man. I don't know what's up. Almost feeling pretty bad, but look at this. Top DPS. I think they were Condi thieves. Top DPS in this is all thieves. Guess those thief haters can't hate too much anymore. And we're back. And I gotta say, whoever's running boons for my sub did an amazing job. Thank you very much. Can't do it without the supports. They're the ones that make us look good. Oh, I made top DPS for that rotation. Yippee! And if you're running raids, let's say you're new, you don't have to be hitting 30 plus K. People like that. That's just something to kind of challenge yourself. However, if you're starting out, anything above 20, most groups respect that. But if you're ever in a group, sometimes they can be toxic. If you're doing less DPS than a support DPS, they might kind of, depending on the group, might kind of be like, what's up? However, that's not fair because some support DPS can do almost 30k as well. So there is that. But anything over 20 is respectable. So that should be your goal if you're starting out. And I forgot about the eggs here. Dodged too late, but luckily someone had stability or something. And I got out of it. I was too focused on my rotation. So that was my failure. Thankfully someone covered my butt. Get out of the muck. Dodge back in. And let's finish this dude. I'm gonna back out, stealth, and just burn my skill 2 because we can. So that was pretty good. I was not top DPS overall. I was number, where was I don't know, like number 2 or something. The other thief beat me by 0.7. Good job, my friend. Alright, so this one is very challenging on Daredevil because of the flame wall, because you could do a lot of dodging and such and try to stay close enough to DPS without going into her. It used to be harder when the skill staff 2 would just automatically twirl you into that hitbox. So you could still do it, but it wasn't as feasible. Now it's a little bit better. But you can see I kind of stayed away a little bit, but you can see we're all up by 20 to 30. I will say I've run Condi on this, Condi Spectre, and last time I ran it I was like 33-ish because you don't have to worry about the hitbox as much. And I may do another series on Condi. I probably will. I'm probably going to do a lack DPS on this, probably going to do quick DPS on Thief. I'm just running a lot of stuff on Thief. Maybe I'll do other ones. Who knows? And of course, when you get that, what is it, the bomb that I just dropped? I can't remember the name, I haven't run it in so long. The gravity bomb. When you get those, you want to use your normal opener with either Invis, the heal Invis stealth skill to power signet, but you always want to use that bomb after you activate the assassin signet because you get buku damage. Like if you were running Samurag on Power Daredevil, you want to change your trait to improvisation because you get 2, they're magnetic bombs, that's what they are. You get 2 mag bombs, and you drop those after you activate your signet. You just totally, I mean, you're mid-20s for DPS on Samurag, which is actually probably some of the highest DPS you'll see on that fight. If I was better at targeting some of these sappers and stuff where you get a mag bomb every time, I probably would do that on this, but there's so much going on, I want to make sure I can throw bombs to platforms if needed. I'll just be honest, I'm not that good. Maybe with some practice, but it doesn't seem worth it for an extra 5k DPS that might give you. Okay, I'm going to throw a bomb, there we go, have a nice day. Enjoy your flight. Don't forget to tip your flight attendant, right? That's what they call them these days. Alright, you can just see all these people are melting. Don't need anybody. I'm just going to waste that bomb. Goodbye. But this was an amazing group. I mean, we really just slid through this whole thing. And yes, and don't let bombs explode on your party. And stealth helps you out. And of course, that steal skill ports you anywhere you need to. And then, or the other option is if someone's down, you port them to you. Kind of like the old Heal Scourge used to do, or I think the Search and Rescue now does, and then you can res them there, so that's kind of cool. In a pinch, you can also use that to teleport through walls without dying. That's always nice. You can also short bow through walls, shadow step through walls. You can even use your wells if you're careful on Spectre through walls. You just got to time it right. So that's kind of neat that you can do that. You can even do that on Soulless Horror, but again, you got to be careful. And we're on the last lackey now. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Hovering around 30k or just under 30k. It's always good. Got my mag bomb. Saving it till I dodge. Use my assassin signet. I'm gonna drop that mag bomb. There she goes. Then I'm gonna invis. I think. Can't remember. There we go. Yeah, I knew I was gonna do that because that's what I would do, and that's what I did. Oh, blew us up on the party, but we have such good healers, it didn't even matter. And now we're gonna finish this boss. Looks like we missed a few cannons though. At least I got the one I was called out for, and I didn't blow anybody up on stack. So I feel like this was a vast success. So that is it. Power Daredevil, great for Wing 1. I kind of laid out the rotation. Stick to that and you will be super successful. This was a great time, great to hook up with an old friend, especially that's way better than I am, but I always enjoy the competition and the push to do better. So thank you all for watching, hope this was helpful, and hope you all have a most excellent day.